What's going on, everybody? This is part 2 of the Game Boy Color GameShark repair. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I suggest you watch that first. In this video, I'm going to modify the new Game Boy connector by cutting off the mounting plastic from the sides and filing the edges down. After that, we're going to go ahead and rebuild the GameShark edge contacts with copper tape. With that being said, let's get it. Now that our new connector is ready to go, let's go ahead and get the old one out and the new one in. Now that we have our new connector in, let's get it taped down to the PCB so it doesn't lift when we're soldering it. You may be familiar with drag soldering surface mount components, but I'm going to show you how to drag solder a through-hole connector that will produce perfect solder joints with solid top fill. So the first step is going to be lay down a line of flux. I'm going to put it all the way across the pins. Whenever you're doing this type of work, flux is your friend. Or really in any soldering situation, but I'm going to go ahead and flood the tip of my iron. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be creating a blob. You don't want to add too much because it will fall off. I'm going to lightly drag it across the top of the pins, adding solder as I go. I'm going to drag it back across. A little bit of a bridge, but pull it back across, pull it at an angle, and it's out. Clean the area with 99% alcohol. You can see right away one of the pins looks a little hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and feed it a little bit of solder. And then I'm going to go ahead and reclean. There it is. Nice shiny solder joints. We have really good top fill as well. Let's go ahead and put it back together and see if the new connector fits. Couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. Let's go ahead and take it apart and then we'll move on to the copper tape. I'm now cleaning the area with 99% IPA. Whenever you're applying the copper tape, you want to make sure that you pull the tape taut. I'm going to go ahead and leave the top part of the contacts exposed. One, so I can see where I'm making my cuts, and two, I'm going to be soldering from the copper onto the contacts. I have my hot air station set to 420 degrees Celsius. Go back and forth to make sure the copper tape gets evenly hot. Roll a chem wipe into a ball and apply firm pressure. As you'll notice, you can see the contacts more prominently. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the outline of the tape. Press firmly, but not too much because you want to cut the tape, not the board. We're going to peel away the tape that we no longer need. So we're going to use the side of the contact as a guide, line it up, and then just make the cut. Now that I've made all of my cuts, I'm going to go ahead and remove all the copper in between the contacts. Now that I've removed all the copper tape in between the contacts, I'm going to go in with some 99% IPA. If we don't get rid of the glue, it's going to collect dirt and dust, and we don't want that. Fortunately, I forgot to hit record whenever I was doing this, but this is what it looks like. Just put a small amount of flux down and bridge the copper tape to the contact. All right, let's do this. Do you think it's going to work? Nintendo. It's going to work. Come on. Let's go. All 235 codes. Well, there it is. Did I help you learn how to use copper tape, or your GameShark has the same issue? Let me know below. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.